So I've decided to do a little kind of review swatchy playtime with some Moyou stamps. Moyou, Moyou London? I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but I have a lot of stamps. Right, so I have a lot. So this is just one of my folders of stamps. I have a slight problem. There is a link below. If you go on my Miss Lucy's website, there is a link to both these folders and the files, because I find these the best way to organise my stamps, because they're like a ring binder and I keep my stamps in alphabetical order. Yes, I'm one of those people. And I just did an order and I got 6 new stamps, which I'm very excited about. I'm really annoyed though, because I did it like 2 days, or like the day before Christmas, like the Saturday before Christmas, and these took like a working day to arrive. So well done, Moyou, that is amazingly fast customer service. But the reason I did it so quickly, and I missed out on the sale because they had a 20% sale on Boxing Day, hey, so well done me, but I had to get them straight away, especially the hipster plates, because look, unicorns, I've been waiting for these for so long. I don't really, like, everyone thinks I love unicorns, I'm not really that bothered by them, but I had some really cute ideas to do with like these unicorns. I also got, now the mandala plates are some of my favourite. So here is another set of mandala plates. So you'd like put them going down the nail. So pretty. So that's really good if you're not that good at like freehand and stuff. And then one of the princess plates, which has just got like cute stars and swirls and things. The minimal, now this, I'm very excited. I'm going to do some Sharpie art with these, because this, in a nice bold black with different colours underneath, that's going to look really cute. And then my final is henna. Henna and mandala are 2 of my favourite collections, because again, it's just really sweet. If you're not very good at freehand, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you a way to use these and also kind of pimp them up a bit so you can make them a little more your own. So, right, so I'm going to get on with having a little play with these. Okay, so the first one we're going to have a little play with is this from the hipster collection, which has the unicorns on it. So I might even combine a bit of the unicorns with one of the others. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so first of all, you need to remove your protective film. So I just use my piercing tool to pick it up. There we go. Okay, and on this one, I'm just going to prep a tip with Accents White on, and then I am going to do some Sharpie art. So just whilst that's curing, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this. So white on, there's also a black on. They are tack-free polishes. So you do one coat and you get one solid colour, and then it's tack-free. So it's ready for pigments, Sharpie art, things like that. It just means that you don't have to keep bulking up the nail. So by putting a base colour and then putting your tack-free top coat and then everything like that. So it just kind of saves one step in the process. Okay, so I'm just going to apply randomly onto this tack-free layer 2 different colours of Sharpie. Now, Sharpie art is always really popular spring and summer, and it is a nice, easy, I don't want to say cheats way, but it's an easier way of getting like a nice marble effect. So I'm just using alcohol, so I'm using my Nail Pure Plus from NSI. I'm just creating a nice marbled effect. Don't know bits that are getting too dark, I'm just adding a little more there. Now the fun thing with Sharpie is you can play around to see the effects you can get with how you apply. So you'll get different effects with how you apply, whether you stroke or dab on. It will make a difference how much alcohol you use as well. So obviously the more you use, the more it will move around, whereas the less you use, you can get kind of like stony droplet-y effects. I'm quite happy with that. It's made a nice cute little marble effect. So with the next bit, I am just going to pop a matte top coat on. Now the reason I do this is because when you're working with stamping, if you do make a mistake, you want to be able to take it off and start again. So obviously if you made a mistake on top of this, you wouldn't be able to start again, you've got to take it all off. So I'm just going to add a matte top coat. Now you want to make sure that it's all dry, otherwise when you put your top coat on, that will drag the design. So I'm just going to apply that top coat. And then I'm going to pop that in the lamp. So I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds and then remove that tacky layer. And today I'm using my CJP Make It Matte. So I'm just going to pause while that's curing. Okay, so that's cured. So I'm just going to remove that tacky layer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I'm working on tips, I'm just going to apply it because there's blue tack on the bottom of that. So I've just stuck it down. So there you go, and now I'm happy that that isn't going to move while I try and apply my stamp. So I think I've decided to have this little lady here. So I'm just using a black polish for this. I've picked it up, and then there you go. And there she is. So now I'm just going to add a little bit extra to that. So first of all, I need to top coat that off because the extra I'm going to add is going to be on top of that design. Actually, I'm going to pop some crystals around there too. So let me just grab my crystals out. So I've got some of my crystals. These are from my Crystal AB collection. I'm just using my wax crayon to just place them on the nail. So I'm starting with the largest size in the middle. Oh, flip over. And then smaller as I move out. So this is what I always refer to as my crystal tiara. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with that one. And then I think I'm just going to add just a few at the bottom too. Turn over. There we go. There. Okay, so I'm just going to give them a little minute to set and then I'm going to top coat them. And that was really naughty of me, I didn't show you putting on the first coat. So I'll show you putting on the second coat. So you always double top coat any stamping to make sure it's all fully encapsulated. I'm butting up against those crystals but not going over them. I'm capping it all around the edge. Okay, so that first coat I cured for 60 seconds and this one's 30 seconds and this one I'll cure for 60 seconds. While that's in there, I'll just clean off my plate. So for this I use a little bit of acetone free polish remover, and then because I like my plates to look nice and shiny all the time, I then go over with a bit of my cleanse. And that always brings the plates up in a nice shine again. Okay, and then for those little bits of details, I'm going to use a bit of impasto gel. Just like a silvery or metallic. So it's normally silver or gold, like a Baroque gel. Okay, I'll try it a different way. As you can see, this is entirely new. This is from Meg. Oh, nice and full. I'm going to get sticky. Okay, straight off, I'm impressed with how full that is. Lordy. Right, clean yourself up, love. So I'm just going to use that with my detailer brush. And all I want to do is just want to add a few little accents to the stamp. So just want to make sure that I'm in shot and I'm not blocking anything. You can tell when I'm concentrating because I go really silent. Trying to keep that nicely inside the lines there. Okay, so can you see I've just added, just so there's like a little silvery shimmer to a bit of that. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that in the lamp and cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so that's come out of the lamp, and then I'm just going to give it a few minutes to cool down. So I've given it a chance to cool down, and then I'm just going to quickly go over and get rid of that tacky layer. And there you go, so there's my first design using these stamps. Just a cute little unicorn. Right, so on to the next. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is some of these swirly, starry designies. So I'm going to prep a tip for this, same as the last one, but I'm going to use black on instead of white on, because I'm going to be using my silver holographic pigment. So I'm just going to prep that tip and then I'll be back. Okay, so this has come straight out of the lamp, and I'm just going to use my silicone tool to get a tiny bit on. And then brush that onto that black base. You can see that lovely holographic. Now, it never really picks it up on the camera. It's quite annoying. But there's this really awesome rainbow. It just kind of pixelates it a bit. So there, can you see that? Really awesome, like rainbow shine. Okay, now I am going to top coat this before stamping, but I'm only going to part cure the top coat. So I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. So it's still a little sticky, so when I come to top coating on top of the stamp, it'll be alright. But obviously if you stamp straight on top of this and you get it wrong, you're going to need to remove this to redo it. I mean, if you're quite confident with your stamping, then go ahead, stamp right on top of this. But I prefer to just pop a top coat on, just in case you need to wipe it off. Okay, so I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. Okay, so that's ready to be stamped on top of. Now, which one do I want? Maybe that one. Trying to think of what one I want. So I think we're going to go for that one, and I'm going to stamp it like that, so it kind of flows down the nail. So I'm using my black polish again. Oh, I've really intelligently failed to stick that on something. Right. Ah. Okay, so quite happy with that. So now I'm going to finish top coating. So I'm going to put my first top coat and cure that for 30 seconds, and then my second top coat and cure for 60 seconds. Okay, so there's that finished design. And I'm now going to prep another tip. I'm going to do some more Sharpie art on a white base, so I'm going to get my Sharpie art done and then I'm going to put some pigment on top of it. So for this one I've done a green and blue, and I'm just going to top coat this with a tack-free top coat, because I'm going to then apply some of my shimmer pigment in Luna, which is a nice kind of bluey green. Okay, so I'm just going to cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so that comes straight out of the lamp, so it's still nice and warm. Just getting a bit of that pigment. And applying it onto that nail. So that has made that beautiful shimmery base. Okay, and then on that I am going to then apply one layer of that top coat, cure for 30 seconds so it's still tacky, and then I'm going to come in with my design. And I'm going to use white this time. And I'm going to go for that one. Okay. Quite happy with how that's come out, so I'm just going to add another bit. There you go. So, now to top coat. So again, double top coating, and then we're going to move on to the next design. Okay, so I'm just using some of my pigments. I'm using Purple Rain, Champagne and Candy Sticks. And I'm just randomly tapping them in to the tacky layer of a white gel polish. So I'll just place those kind of randomly, and then I'm coming in with my candy sticks and kind of going all over and then blending together. So I've got that nice kind of speckled background. I'm going to come in with my tack-free top gloss, and I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to apply my shimmer pigment in Violet. Okay, so I'm coming straight in when it's still warm. Just dusting off that excess. And then I'm going to put one coat on and cure that for 30 seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use a design that's like slap bang in the middle. That's better. Take off any excess. And then place on the nail. Okay. So first off, I'm just going to add a Swarovski slap bang in the middle there. And then I'm going to get some in the same colour but different sizes to kind of pop around the edges as well. Okay, so I'm basically going to make it look like these tassels end with a crystal. Okay, and now I'm going to apply a top coat. So to get around the crystals, I'm going to use my brush. Now to save a bit of time, I'm not going to film this, but I'm going to come back once it's all double top coated, ready to go, and then I'm going to add a few more bits of decoration. Okay, so for this next bit I'm going to use my Gel Play Glistening Gold. And I'm just adding a few little embellishments. There you go, just added a few little bits in there. And then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in my LED light. Okay, when it comes out, I'm just removing that tacky layer off that gel. And there you go, there is the finished design. So here we have the finished designs, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. As always, I'm really impressed with the Moyou plates, really happy with how they stamp and how they work and everything. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this little review, and thanks for tuning in. Bye! Thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget to add any questions, comments or requests in the description below. So thanks for tuning in. Bye!